Man, there were a lot of cool guns at Enforce TAC in Germany. I wonder if they're gonna ever come to the United States. Welcome back to Class Firearms, guys. Kai over here, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 guns or firearms of Enforce TAC 2024. Now, if you guys don't know what Enforce TAC is, I didn't know that either. About a year ago, found out it is a European military law enforcement show, just like the SHOT Show, followed by IWA, which is a larger version of that, which footage of that is going to be coming out soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. But let's talk about the top 5 guns of Enforce TAC 2024. I think you're going to like this list. So with that being said, let's start with number 5. And number 5 is going to be Beretta Narp, new assault rifle platform. Now this kind of reminded me the SIG MCX Spear LT, but a little bit different. The internals, it's a short stroke piston driven system, and the internals are just perfectly captured. Now we couldn't show it to you guys because Beretta didn't want to show that part, but once you actually pop this pin and open the internals inside of the gun, nothing falls out. You gotta press a button for the internals to come out, and it was probably the cleanest operation system or internals of a gun that I've ever seen. And when it comes to the handguard, instead of taking these screws out like the MCX Spear LT here, they had a little clamp. You just pop that thing out, the handguard came right out. So let's get to the interview with Luca from Beretta. He told me that Italian Special Forces helped design that thing, and it's supposed to be the next big thing. You guys let us know what you think. Here we are at Beretta. We've got Luca here with us. Luca, thanks for having us. And you've got brand new assault weapon system here. That's called NARP.
NARP means new assault rifle platform. In this case, we have the 5.56 caliber in the 11-inch long barrel, 11-inch half. So our rifle is the new in Beretta because we start to use the aluminum 7075. And yeah, it's completely ambidextrous. You can see like R15 system with the firing selector, the magazine release, the bolt release. And we work very hard for improve all the capability for cover all the requests with our customer, soldiers, special forces, Navy special forces or other. You can see at first view a stock. We have 3 different stock. The folding stock in the very easy to remove it, push the button, we have a folding stock, another folding and collapsible stock, and the standard stock with the buffer tube.
The buffer tube, okay. Very
right.
Good.
All inside the spring recoil and anything are all inside the upper receiver. That is why we can change and we make a different configuration for different use. The pistol grip is like our 15 family. We have is our, we have this decrease, and we have another one for eventually for the precision rifle, semi-automatic rifle system 223 caliber for now. So the upper receiver, we have the first part here is the same for all of the configuration, short barrel, medium barrel 14.5 inch, and long barrel 16 inch long barrel. Backup iron sight. We have the flip-up backup iron sight in the standard the front sight, and the rear we have, in this case, is from 50 to 200 meters zeroing, but we have another one with the, it's possible to change what 100, 200 until 600 meters for engage the target, especially for the infantry guys. The forend in the Mlock system, we can change 3 different length of the forends, and if you see this part, is the safety I can remove, open and remove and close for improve the not shake system. For imagine when I use, for example, the laser system, laser device, our rifle, if you try it, is not possible to move it. It's like a monolithic system.
That's very good. Yeah, I was looking at this too. You push this thing down, this obviously you can remove the rail very easily. But yet, when you lock this thing up with the design of the upper receiver and the handguard, This thing is so tight. Like I try to kind of shift it, guys, and I really couldn't. So it's fantastic.
Yes, we are less than 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters other competitors, because the first, when we work together with the Italian Special Forces, the Italian Army, or other Special Forces around the world, they asked us the first, they can use the rifle very thin with improve the stability during the fire.
And yet you don't have any shift of point of, or have any zero issues. Like I understand you mount your optics and stuff right here, but some people put their lasers up here, you know, the PAC 15, all that stuff. You're not gonna have that problem that some other manufacturers that we work with or did interviews with, they had. So this is really a great job by Beretta. So what else we got? The operation is short stroke piston driven system, I see. It looks like it.
So we have the short stroke piston with two systems for, we have a gas valve in front of here for the sound suppressor and the standard, okay? It's very easy. In a few seconds you can remove, clean without lost any part, because all the part inside the rifle is very bigger. Okay. For example, when you disassemble the rifle, all the pin inside are captive. That is why, for example, in the sand, in a dark contest or other, the guys is very important they don't lost no one part of the rifle, okay? And another, for example, if you talk, you can see, if we talk about the forward assist, yes, right, thank you. For example, if you drop the rifle, I don't know, a 3, 4, 10 meters, if you drop this part, broken this part, you can remove in few seconds and change the part, because the reliability is very important for us.
No, that is really cool. And when you do, like you have a dust cover system right here, when you push this, the just bolt looks so different. And unfortunately, we can't show inside of it. It is, let's just say, very proprietary, secret squirrel thing right here. Right. But we did see it off camera, guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It is probably the coolest internal of a rifle that I've seen. What do you think, Ryan?
I like that it's captured.
Yeah.
It doesn't just fall out.
It doesn't. It doesn't. When you open this gun up, nothing falls out unless you do another step, then things come out. But it is so clean, one piece, you're not going to lose anything. And number 4 is going to be the B&T APR 8.6. Now the 8.6 cartridge is becoming more and more mainstream. It's becoming the next best thing basically out there. But you know, time will tell. And I'll give you a little information about the cartridge itself. Now 300 Blackout, we know this is gives you an incredible CQB performance, super quiet, less recoil, fantastic. It's proven itself. Now special operations teams out there adopting it left and right. And folks who made the 300 Blackout, they made the 8.6 Blackout, and that is the idea was to engage targets at a longer distance, like up to 600 yards, still subsonic, but yet delivering that devastating terminal effect. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the cartridge itself. I've got a 6.5 Creedmoor here in my hand. Everybody knows this, a fantastic round. And I've got a 338 right here, giant cartridge, right? Now, what they did was they took this projectile, 338 projectile, essentially, basically, and put it into a 6.5 Creedmoor type casing and gave you this 8.6 Blackout round. In fact, let's take a look at our footage. It's unreleased. This is the first time you guys are gonna see this, us shooting the 8.6 Blackout, comparing it to 300 Blackout.
And really quick, I've got 2 rounds left in this magazine here, so all I'm gonna do is just 2 rounds, finish this mag out, quick succession. Just so you guys can hear it, Ryan's gonna pop over to my other shoulder there, let you pop off 2 rounds, and let's just hear the difference real quick. I think it'd be pretty cool. Let's do it. Dude, it is a different signature, but at the end of the day, it's still super quiet. You still got rounds in there? Yeah. You might as well just finish it out, though.
Like it.
So what do you guys think about it? Which one was better? Did it compare to 300 Blackout? I thought it was freaking awesome. Now, what's really cool about the 8.6 Blackout is you can shoot it through 308 guns. Just change the barrel and the bolt head, you're good to go, because you will be able to use a good old 308 or 7.62x51 NATO magazine, which is really cool. Anyways, let's talk about the B&T APR 8.6. Let's go into our footage with Sebastian at B&T.
But now, since we have good competitors who do nice new cartridges, we also enjoy having the APR 8.6 which is our APR is a little bit bigger system, which is usually used for 308 and 338. But this one is basically a combination of the two. So a 308 cartridge and a 338 bullet, making it the big brother to the 300 Blackout.
Okay. What's the advantage of that cartridge over a 308 or 338?
So if you're limited to subsonic projectiles, if you want to keep it as quiet as possible, this is the maximum amount of energy you can get right now in a cartridge. Unfortunately for us Europeans, we are bound to CIP, so we're still waiting for the cartridge to be standardized to really sell large volumes to, for example, police and military users right here. But we do have the rifle, and we already have quite a bit of interest. So we hope you Americans will make some more ammo for us, please.
All right, you heard Sebastian, so please do that for sure. For me too. I'd love to try that at the Classic for sure.
Hey guys, we're going to take a moment to interrupt this content to bring you a word from the sponsor of this video, Sonoran Desert Institute. Now, of everyone at Classic, I've probably built the most guns myself, and I know a lot of you guys out there like to work on and repair your guns at home as well. If you're looking for a way to take that hobby to the next level, Sonoran Desert Institute could help. The online courses at SDI cover a broad range of topics, including armor certification, gunsmithing, ballistics, woodworking and gun finishes, sports shooting management, and more. They even send tools and materials directly to your home so you can get hands-on training while you're covering this coursework. So if you're looking for a way to get an education that you could actually apply to your job or start a new career, definitely contact SDI at 480-999-4767 or visit sdi.edu.
And number 2 is going to be the HK MR308 A6. A6 is the military designation. Now what I have here in front of me is the MR762 A1, but it's a little bit different than the MR308 A6 that we saw at the Enforce TAC. Now some of the differences were the rail system, QD basically, guys. There's a couple of clamps here, you pop them out, the rail comes out, and the charging system would be like, they had the side charging handle and no traditional charging handle, which is really good. Doesn't get any gas to your face. Also, when you're on the gun, you don't have to do this. You can just simply reach and do a side charging. Really fantastic option. Also had that sniper gray, and they had the designated marksman rifle setup, which looked amazing. In fact, let's tune into our video with Benedict from HK and see what he says. All right, Benedict, now this is the last gun that you wanted to show us, and it's something very special. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so here we have the MR308 A6, which comes in the caliber 308 Winchester or 7.62 NATO. What's special on this, or what's new? Yeah, it's the side charging handle we are using here instead of the traditional charging handle in the end. As you can see, very cool designed. Daniel, ich bin gerade im Interview und du kommst jetzt da hinter.
Yeah, I'm just having an interview here. His boss was like, hey, who was that, man? Was that your boss?
Nah, it's one of our sales
He's just
guys,
jealous.
Sales guys.
He's
Yeah,
jealous
he's
because
a bit jealous.
you look jealous to me.
I can talk to you and he's not.
Okay. Let's go, man.
Yeah, what's very cool on it, you can leave your cheek in position, side charging. You won't get in troubles with any...
True, with the traditional
with your
charging
hand.
handle, yeah.
Exactly. Here we have also the pistol grip,
Then the VP9, yep.
you know, the 45-degree safety lever. We also have QD lock handguard, which comes here with the M-lock.
You got 2 of them, double this
Yeah,
time. Okay.
because we, in HK, we say, if you go to the bigger caliber, 7.62,
Yeah.
we have to use 2 of them.
So
yeah.
it's more stable. All right.
It's a safety feature.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
And then, so I'm looking at it, the barrel length, obviously that's
Yeah,
also...
it's a special barrel length,
Okay.
16.75 inches.
It's okay, this happens. Okay.
The barrel comes with a muzzle brake.
Yeah, muzzle brake, I see that.
Muzzle brake from AC Ultra.
So 16.7 inches. Is there a reason why it's not just 16? Why is it 16.7, or is that special?
Yeah, it's...
All right, guys, we had to cut. Sorry about that, because I was very curious about the 16 inches versus 16.7 inches barrel length. But 16.75, I'm sorry about that. I talked to the actually project manager of this weapon system, and she told me that it is an R&D secret, but they were given specific energy and velocity parameters, and 16.75 achieved that. That's all she was able to tell me. So a lot of secrets going on here, but hey, we work with what we got here. So let's keep going, man.
Yeah, coming to the back, we have adjustable buttstock. The system is completed with the QD lock, or do you say flush cup, for the
Sling?
yeah for the sling.
I see that.
We
Yeah,
have
you
it
got one.
also in the front on the handguard, so no adapting needed. It's all inside the parts.
Yep.
Yeah, what we have else? Oh,
Yeah. What
we
else?
have here 2 parts of titanium.
Oh, what
So
part?
the rings.
Oh, the barrel nut and the
barrel-
ring, the
yeah,
castle nut.
yeah,
It's titanium.
Exactly.
That's really cool. And also, I noticed that it doesn't have a traditional charging handle like we see at the SIG MCX Spear has the side charging and the traditional charging handle. And I asked this question, why you don't have it on this weapon system? And they did actually mention about the gas coming back to you guys.
That's one big reason, because of the gas pressure.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you have something cool stuff like that on the side,
Yeah.
you won't use the traditional version.
You know what? I agree with you, man. I really do agree with you. You know, so yes, he said that if you have the side charging handle, you're not going to use that real traditional charging handle. And I agree with you.
Would make
I think
sense,
it's just so much easier that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus, on top of that, no gas back to your face when you shoot it suppressed, which you can obviously. So the muzzle brake or muzzle device.
Yeah.
That's also the suppressor company. What company was that? Suppressor.
ASE Ultra.
That's theirs
Yeah.
too.
So
Okay.
we are actually using the ASE Ultra Dual 762 suppressor on it.
Okay.
Don't know if you know them, but
I honestly don't know them,
okay, yeah.
but
yeah, it's
I'm sure.
also a company like B&T or ATAC. We are working with them, and suppressors are a bit different.
yeah.
But on this weapon, this suppressor and this muzzle brake was the best. So
Was the best.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really
As you
good.
know, and HK we do a lot of tests and development and
Yeah.
R&D stuff, and
I mean, dude, you
always
guys are.
trying to find the best way for the complete system. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are pretty much one of the best in the world when it comes to weapon system designs. And so this weapon system is for SOCOM, right? Is it available now, or this will be delivered to them?
Okay, so nowadays we are still in the tender process.
Okay.
So I couldn't say anything about what's the next steps. Let's wait for the tender decision and so on. Afterwards, at HK we are always a bit like step by step. So
yeah.
first this, then we are looking for other customers, and then we can talk about the thing you want to hear from me.
Yeah, no, I get it. And you know what, dude? So, wait. SOCOM gave some information on what they wanted, and this is how this weapon system was designed. So that tells me two and two.
SOCOM or Special Forces in Germany is the lead customer for us, as you know.
Exactly, and
They're always the highest priority for us.
exactly, and they're the one that's pretty much designing this weapon system with HK. So of course they're going to get it, and civilians. So us peasants. When is it going to be available for civilians? Is it going to be available for civilians? And for the U.S. market?
We will see.
We will see. So I'm just saying about a few years. Hopefully it'll come to the U.S. sometime. Hopefully a contract too, but we'll see. And number 2 is going to be the FN Evolis. Now that is Squad Automatic Weapon System, which is upgraded. This is the FN M249, and we had the M240, the FN Mini-Me, obviously 308 version, 760x51. In this case, we have the 556 version here. So what FN did was they improved this weapon platform to the next level based on the requests of the SOCOM. Now this one has a quick barrel change system. Now the Evolis does not. What FN told us was the SOCOM specifically requested a very light gun. So when you have this quick barrel change interface here, you end up adding more weight to the gun, and FN did not want that. In fact, SOCOM didn't want that. SOCOM's like, you know what, we don't need to field barrel change feature on this gun. Now the 762x51 version is 14 pounds and the 556 version is 12 pounds, so significantly lighter. And unfortunately, I had to do this presentation myself because I heard that if FN gave us an interview, it would void the warranty of the gun. So we did it on ourselves. So with that being said, let's check the video. All right, now we've got the new FN Evolis. Now this is the 556 version, and this is the 762x51 NATO caliber, that 308 version right here. Now these are the upgraded version to M249 and M240 that we all know and love. Now, let me talk about some of the specs. Right off the gate, the 556 is going to weigh a little bit less than the 308 version, so 14 pounds for the 308, NATO caliber, and 12 pound for this one. But something really cool is going on here. There's no quick barrel change on these guys because they have basically the SOCOM in mind when it comes to deploying these guns. Because SOCOM guys are they're not a squad of infantrymen who will carry about 1,000 rounds of 5.56 or 7.62x51 with them, and they go out there and just do a bunch of suppressing fire and all that stuff. They actually deploy one guy gets one of these guns, and whatever he carries, he carries. So that's why they didn't think quick barrel change was necessary, and that would also save a lot of weight because SOCOM requested to have a weapon system that weighs as little as possible. So in this case, it is a much lighter weapon system than the M249 and M240. Now, something really cool about this is this got the 14-inch barrel as opposed to 16-inch for the 308. Something really cool about this is it's got this one-piece monolithic upper, full rail, so you don't have to change anything. You're not going to lose your zero, as opposed to the M249 and M240. You're very limited on the rail space. And this, and also you lift the rail up, and you fed your gun with your ammunition from the top. In this case, it's from the side. You simply open up like that, and you got your ammo right here. You put it on the tray. It's super easy, and you just good to go. Another very cool thing is it's got these, and you're gonna see this right here. It's got these, let me remove this, spring-loaded little claws or arms right here. So when you put this, just like this, right? You put your round in here. See, it's not fully seated. So technically you have to seat it right, but if you close this, it automatically, those claws automatically open up and properly seat your ammunition, which is really, really cool. So you're basically not gonna mess this thing up, as opposed to the other systems where you have to make sure everything is perfectly in line for you to be able to get the gun going. And also, when the gun is out of ammunition, everything is ejected, so you don't have to clean the tray. It'll be very clean for you to reload the gun again. So there's that, and you gotta be a little bit kind of rough with it. Other than that, good old FN Ugboot style, stock, semi, fully automatic, fire selector, good old FN trigger, and we've got some M-LOK rail options. Another very, very cool design that FN implemented here is the hydraulic buffer system in this gun. So yes, you can shoot it suppressed fire or unsuppressed fire, and there's no gas adjustments. So what FN did was they actually have an automatic system inside the hydraulic buffer system. So if you're shooting suppressed, you're gonna have more back pressure, of course. So what the hydraulic buffer system does is it changes its setting so you get you're not beating the gun up too much. The system kind of hardens itself. So it's a softer feeling recoil for you if you're shooting suppressed. So that's about it. Really, really cool weapon system. I really, really like it. And I asked FN if there is any government contract, and FN told me that there is no contract per se, but the United States government is currently looking at it very closely. So take it for what it's worth.
Before we go to number one, we're going to talk about an honorable mention, and that's going to be the HK SFP9CC. Not this. This is the HK VP9, the gun that German police uses. We all know and love. It's an awesome weapon system, super durable, obviously HK reliability. Now the HK came up with a gun called SFP9CC. It's a concealed carry type, very small, micro compact / subcompact gun that is requested by the German police, and it is specifically made for the German police. 12 plus 1, well, initially 10 plus 1 capacity. Now I guess it is 12 plus 1 capacity, fully modular, basically fire control module that we know from SIGs, the Springfield echelons and whatnot. So you can change all the parts. And it has this TR certified thing that they have in Germany. So what TR certified is, it has a the gun goes through multiple different tests, and if it passes all those things, then it's basically worthy of the German police or military. And some of the examples will be for the TR certification is drop test, like 2 meters drop test loaded. The gun obviously can't go off, and also firing striking speed, so firing pin striking speed to be very, very consistent every single time, and so on and so forth. So, and they also, the German police also requested a very heavy trigger for safety, and they made the gun for female police officers and those males who are just smaller, like John over here, and with small hands. So with that being said, that's going to be our honorable mention, and I don't know if we're going to see it in the United States someday, but if we do, I'm going to go on a limb and say, take a wild guess and say it probably will be called VP9CC. I don't know. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, VP9CC. So that's it. That's our honorable mention. Let's move on to number one. And number one is going to be the HK G39/437. I guess some people call it G39. That's a military designation, but Benedict from HK told me it's 437. So either way. Anyways, the weapon platform is absolutely amazing. It's chambered in 300 Blackout. 300 Blackout is becoming one of those widely adopted caliber out there. Like I have the SIG MCX Rattler LT here in front of me with a Q Trash Panda suppressor. Just awesome setup. This is a fantastic gun when it comes to CQB applications. And guess what? German Special Forces know that, and they requested that from HK to make it 300 Blackout. Compact 9-inch barrel length, just under 7 pounds, quick rail change, no traditional charging handle, side charging handle that could be interchangeable for either right-handed or left-handed shooter, or when you switch shoulders. Overall, and the color, sniper gray, which was specifically requested by the German Special Forces, seemed like an amazing weapon platform. Obviously, it's coming from HK. Let's just tune into our video with Benedict from HK, and I think he's going to tell us a little bit more about the gun.
All right, we've got the HK 437, which is G39 for the Special Forces. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Exactly. Here we have the HK 437, as you said, which is going to the Special Forces of the German Army in Germany. So every weapon which is introduced to the German Army becomes, or getting the name of a G in front.
Okay.
Yeah.
So G means military adaptation.
Gewehr.
Gewehr. What does Gewehr mean?
German word for rifle.
I just learned that. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right.
What's special on it? Of course, the caliber, 300 Blackout, you know.
I see 300 right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're telling me...
You want to grab it?
Yes. Yeah, I will take a look at it. So you're telling me German Special Forces will be using 300 Blackout as their caliber now?
Yeah.
All of it?
We have the G95K for all of them, yeah. But for special scenarios, they will use the 300 Blackout, yeah.
I do have my own 300 Blackout loadout, and it is a fantastic weapon system for CQB applications, close quarter battle, and obviously suppress fire is incredible.
Subsonic, supersonic, yeah.
Exactly. And this is you guys' own magazine?
Yeah, it's the HK Gen 3 magazine.
The HK Gen 3 magazine right here. 300 Blackout. Looks pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us about the gun, man.
Yeah, what's new? Especially the color.
Yeah.
Comes in sniper gray. Was spec from the tender, actually. So the Special Forces were asking for a sniper gray weapon.
Also, Special Forces asked for this color.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Exactly. Yeah, what we have else? 45-degree offset.
Okay.
Like on the old, or not old, but on the G95K version. Okay. A long handguard.
Oh yeah, a Picatinny where you can actually mount your lasers if you wanted to, or something else.
Yeah.
Or
of course, an M-lock.
Yeah, M-lock, yeah.
We have a
adjustable gas block. Oh, suppressed and not suppressed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe you can.
Yeah, you can actually zoom into that one. Yeah, look at that. It's actually symbols as opposed to just S and N. There's actually
supersonic or subsonic, yeah.
Subsonic and supersonic. Okay. Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
It comes with an ATAC A-Flow suppressor.
Okay.
With QD lock.
All right. Comes right off.
Yeah. Very easy.
Nice. And what about that muzzle device? Is that from you guys or their muzzle device?
No, it's from ATAC, yeah.
And you just kind of screw that one on and lock it in.
It's safe.
Very, very good. And I see there's a side charging here.
Yeah, of course. We have on the family weapon, it's called Mars 433, always the side charging versions. What means left or right-handers.
So it's ambidextrous. You can actually swap it.
Ambidextrous, genau, exactly. It's very easy to remove it and put it on the other side. So up to you if you're left shooter or right-hand shooter.
You can change that around.
Yeah.
That is really cool. And you know what I noticed? And I'm going to get to some of the other specs, but the grip.
Yeah.
Grip looks like HK VP9 grip.
It's actually the VP9 grip.
Okay.
It's a bit a different size, but it's also with adjustable side plates.
Side panels, back straps. Anybody who doesn't know the HK VP9, it is literally one of the most ergonomic, comfortable grips out there. So this is really, really cool. All right. Yeah. I mean, it really is. Feels really good.
And if it's a bit too big or big too small,
you can adjust it.
You can just change it to your size. Yeah.
Okay, so I see this is ambidextrous on the. Yeah, it's a fully ambi gun too.
Yeah.
All right.
So that version comes in the push button. So from the AR platform version, we also have this weapon in pedal. So like from the G36.
Okay, all right.
That's what's comes with the HK433 family.
Gotcha. Very, very cool. What about the trigger? Is the trigger, can you put any other AR triggers or no?
No.
This is a HK proprietary trigger.
Yeah.
All right. Very, very cool. And obviously, this is a foldable stock, right? Oh, there you go. There's a button right there. That's just the, oh, it's a little cover back there. Okay.
Yeah.
And that is it. And you can adjust the cheek rise and the length. This is really cool, man. So is the SOCOM, German Special Forces, are they using this gun right now, or are they going to get it soon?
They are also getting it soon. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not implemented yet, but probably sometime very soon they'll be getting this. The contract is done.
Next year, yeah.
All right, guys, that's about it. What do you guys think about my list? Do you guys agree, disagree? What are your thoughts? Perhaps I missed something. Maybe you guys saw it from other guns from other channels like the TFB TV, my good buddy James, or Ian from Forgotten Weapons. He's also a good buddy of mine. I know he was there. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.